Yo, what's going on, millionaires? You're listening to the Million Dollar Mind Podcast, episode 202 on 5 ways to fixing yourself when broken. So this episode is sponsored by Hardly Initiated Studios, the #1 men's growth platform where real men talk real shit. Welcome back, millionaires. Today we're going to be talking about some more life game. We've been giving some life game and some life gas recently over these last couple days and these last couple weeks, really. So, if you're new to the channel, before we get started, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell too so you can get notified every time we drop in some new heat on y'all. Can't wait for y'all to check out these new episodes that we have coming for you. These new guests we have dropping gems on the platform. And just new everything in general. You already see we in a new studio, so that's exciting. But these new guests we about to get, man, I'm talking about 7- and 8-figure earners that are doing it consistently and are giving you highly action-oriented goals and gems with tasks that you can get to that level as well. So let's lock and load on today's episode. So welcome back to the Million Dollar Mind Podcast, the #1 community for entrepreneurs in the mastery and self-growth area and the expertise of just abundance, right? You are tuned in for yet another episode of $1 Million Conversations to help you become before you arrive. So let's tap in. So have you guys just ever not felt yourself, right? You just don't feel yourself. You feel like things that used to be easy are starting to become a struggle, and it's taking all of your energy just to get back to feeling that motivation, to be able to grind it out like you used to get up early, to, really just feel the excitement that you've once felt. How many of us have felt like that before or are currently feeling like that, right? You just feel like focus is hard to come by, right? It's hard for you to find that focus. It's hard for you to regain focus. It's hard for you to even find things that are even worth putting focus on. Right now, you might be in a space where you find yourself focusing on all of the wrong things, the wrong relationships, the wrong jobs, the wrong people, the wrong circumstances and situations. Just your focus is being taken away because you're putting it into the wrong things. If you feel like that's you, I definitely feel like you need to tap into this episode because we're going to be talking about all the ways that you can fix that. Because once you fix it, you fix the low motivation, you fix the low energy, excuses start to feel like, valid objections, but no more once you fix these things. And that's really why I wanted to bring this episode, because I noticed that when people feel broken, all these things are true. When people feel broken, the excuses do start to feel like valid reasons to not achieve, or the excuses start to come up and it's enough, right? It's not looked at as an excuse. It's looked at as a valid reason or a valid obstacle or hurdle that we have to overcome or can't overcome, right? It also allows us to continue, with unaddressed trauma, and we start to lose ourselves day by day until we can't even recognize who we are anymore. Right. This is why I wanted to bring this conversation, because it's super important that we find ourselves and that we address this sooner than later so that we can, get back to who we truly are and find our truest potential. Because the longer the slump continues, the harder it is for you to bounce back. That self-doubt starts to deepen. That fear takes control over your life. And then last but not least, you are paralyzing yourself with negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative people, negative energy. You start to paralyze yourself, falling into this cloud of negativity. Once you realize that you are broken, I'm going to give you these 5 tips on how you can fix yourself so that you don't become swallowed up in that negative cloud. All right, so here goes those 5 tips. The first tip is drop the victim mentality. Drop the victim mentality. I can't stress that enough. And, we have family members, and we even probably experience this ourselves, to where we look at a circumstance and we feel like the circumstance is happening to us. But I want to tell you that no matter the circumstance, good or bad, right? Look at it like this. There's no such thing as bad situations or good situations. It's just situations. And with each situation, you have a decision on how you are going to handle that situation. because all the situation is data, it's information. And you have to take that information and figure out how you're going to apply it to your life and how you're going to move forward with that information. But there's no such thing as a good situation or a bad situation. These are just situations. And once you realize that this situation did not happen to you, but it happened for you, your life, you will start to erase and move away from that negative cloud and start to overcome it with a positive cloud and positive energy, because nothing happens to you. It happens for you. It happens for you to learn from, and happens for you to grow from. And it happens so you can position yourself in front of the right people and the right doors to get to your next level and to your next self, right? So that's number one. Step two is don't give circumstance the power. This kind of goes into number one, right? Because again, we have these circumstances that happen. And the first thing we want to do is we give that circumstance, good or bad, power, right? If it's a good circumstance, we give it the power and we make it seem like this is it. This is everything I've been striving for. This is the final boss. This is all I needed. And now I could take my foot off the gas. But it's not it. That's not it at all, right? You need to understand that this circumstance does not have power. You have all the power, and you are the reason why the circumstance happened. And that can be hard, especially if the circumstance was a bad one. It's hard for us to think, I am the reason why this is happening. I am the reason why this circumstance is happened to me. And not all the time is it fully your fault, right? Because that circumstance could have been something totally off, like a flat tire. You ran over a nail, you got a boom, flat tire. That's not your fault. But what you do next and how you respond and the things that happen after that, that is on you. You can take that situation and that circumstance and you can run with it and you can move forward, or you can say, oh, woe is me, adopt the victim mentality, and then you cause this chain reaction of more bad circumstances. So don't give the circumstance any power and assume all the power and all the ownership for yourself. Number three, stop believing in luck. Luck really does not exist. In fact, the person who told you to believe in luck wants you to believe that there is no higher power. Because if there's a higher power and you believe in a higher power, what does luck have anything to do with it? There's no such thing as luck. There's no lucky thing. Like these things, everything happens for a reason. Even the people we meet, when we meet them, it happened for a reason. The situations and circumstances that happen to us, when they happen to us, happen for a reason. There's no such thing as luck. There's no power that just just brings coincidences together. If you believe in the law of the universe, how can you also believe in luck? It's an oxymoron. I can't believe that there's this power that everything is connected, but then also believe on another side that everything is connected, but luckily. It just don't make sense. So stop believing in luck, because when you believe that you're lucky, you start to overlook the blessings that you actually have. You start to not appreciate the blessings that you already received. And you start to look at it and you start to minimize your blessings as, oh, I just got lucky. No, you did not get lucky. You were blessed. You were blessed with meeting the people that you've met. You were blessed with unlocking the doors that you unlocked. You were blessed for being in the positions and the places that you were when you were at them. You were blessed to do all those things when you did them, to unlock the information and the knowledge and the relationships that you unlocked. There's nothing lucky about that. There's nothing coincidental about that. That is fate. That is not happenstance. That is the universe. That is God, right? God is time. Timing is divine. It's all related. It's all connected. There is no such thing as luck. And I want y'all to drop this whole facade and this veil that we put over ourselves to minimize our God-given rights, our potential of creating greatness. You are not lucky. You are blessed. You were given a power. You decided to use that power. You were not lucky. You are blessed. So remember that. And I want y'all to say that. Write it on your mirror if you have to. I am not lucky. I am blessed.
All right, millionaires, entrepreneurs, moguls, philanthropists, managers even, right? I want to encourage you to purchase my book, Lead from the Front, because it is essential if you want to learn how to be an effective leader, not just for others, but for yourself as well. Learning the tools, or the importances, I should say, of accountability, discipline. We have so many resources and tools that are in the book to help you give better feedback, give more genuine feedback, hold yourself to a higher standard and hold others to a higher standard without making them feel like you're the person that tells a lot but doesn't lead by example. And that's what the whole purpose of the book is, to lead from the front. So if you haven't already, go check out my book, Lead from the Front. You can find it on my website at www.kaispeaks.com. It'll be right there at the top.
I am not lucky, I am blessed. Write that on your mirror, write it in your journal, write it on the first page of every book if you have to, because I want you to believe that you are not lucky, you are blessed. Remember that. Number 4, walk and talk with conviction. So that means what I just did, right? I made sure I was sitting up straight, talking with my chest a little bit more, speak with some confidence. Stop walking past people with your head down, afraid to look them in the eye, right? Because when I learned to walk and talk with conviction and have this aura of confidence about myself wherever I go, you get to read people without even having conversations. I can look you in your eye and I can give you a little smile and I can already tell what type of person you are. If you can't look me in the eyes back, I can tell that you're not confident. If you walk past me with your head down, you walk around with your head on your shoulders, feeling like a victim. If you are slouched while you walk, you look like you got your tail tucked in between your legs. You fear something, right? But if you look me in the eye back and you give me a smile, that shows confidence. Not just confidence in yourself, but just confidence in where you are, right? That shows confidence. So walk and talk with conviction, because these are going to be ways that you are going to every day build yourself back up to the person that you were designed to be, so that you can continue to create in the image of what you truly want for your life. Walk and talk with conviction. And last but not least, number 5 is desire more than average. I want you guys to really think and say to yourself, fuck average, be legendary. We're not trying to be average Joes. We're not trying to be the okay husband, the okay wife. We're not trying to be the okay friends. We're trying to build legacies. We're trying to build generational wealth. And with generational wealth, you have to be able to have your cup so full that it spills over so that you can pour into others love, health, riches, generosity, all these things, respect. But it starts when you start to desire more than average, not just for yourself, but even the people around you. You expect nothing less than extraordinary from them. And they should feel that. And they should feel it and be left with a decision to make. Like, yo, Kai is always on this type time. I want to be on this type time. So I got to remove myself. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I know as the bus driver where I'm driving this bus to. I'm driving it to the top. I'm driving that bus to the top. So with that being said, if you're not ready to get on the bus, you might catch it the next time the bus cycle around at that bus stop. But I'm not going to let you on my bus and then make all these detours to go where you want to go when I'm going to the top and taking everybody else on this bus to the top with me. You have a decision to make. And that's how the people around you should feel. They should feel like they either have to level up or stay where they at and remove themselves from your environment. Because being in their environment should remind them that they are either great or they're not ready to be great. It's not an environment where they feel less than. You don't want to make people feel less than, but they should be like, yo, he's on to something that I'm not even ready for right now. And that's it. That's all. No hard feelings, right? I'm here to take people to the top, including myself. So I can't leave room for people who are not ready to go where I'm ready to go. I can't save seats. I got to save those seats for the people who are ready. And that's how we should be thinking for ourselves and for our circle. The circle got to be ready to move. And a lot of us, we adapt to our circle instead of adapting our circle to us. And we make ourselves become these broken people. We broke ourselves by allowing the people who are not ready to level up be the leaders of the circle. It's the blind leading the blind. So we gotta fix that by fixing ourselves and naturally letting them fall off, by fixing ourselves, having that conviction, expanding and demanding more from our circles, and they have the decision to make for themselves. So this is the opportunity I want to face you guys with, because you are not allowed anymore to feel sorry for yourself. Now that you got this information, you are not allowed to feel sorry for yourself. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to have emotions. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to do all those things. But none of those things means feeling sorry for yourself, because you are underrated. And the underdog does not feel sorry for themselves. The underdog feels sorry for the people that felt sorry for them and doubted them, because they're about to come out on top. You're not overrated. You underrated, because you have been showing people that I am just average. But once you wake up and you fix yourself to be extraordinary, legendary, and the God that you are, that's when you are going to start to tap in and demand the respect, demand the seriousness, demand the level of performance and overperformance and achievement and overachievement from you and everybody that wants to be around you. But you got to demand it. And you demand it by fixing yourself. And those are the 5 ways that you can start to do that if you apply them consistently. It's going to be a battle, but it's not an uphill one. Once you get that consistency and that momentum, it's all downhill. No pedaling. You just coasting. You just got to steer the right direction. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. So what reasons do you have right now to get out of bed today? What reasons do you have to get out of bed today? What do you do that makes you get up and go get it? Why do you do the things that you do? Right? Why do you do the things that you do? Who are you doing it for? Who are you fighting for? Are you fighting for yourself? Are you fighting for a loved one? Are you fighting to retire your parents? Are you fighting to give your kids a better life? Are you fighting to put them through school? What are you doing it for? What is the why? Because these are all the reasons to shake it off, snap out of it, and become the better you. Become the fixed you, the healed you. You can't stay in this mood for too long. You got to shake it off and just strive to become the person you were destined to become. Write down one thing that you're grateful for every day, and that's going to help. If those 5 things don't help, you need an extra budge, that's going to be the one that's going to get you over that hump. Buy a new journal. Write down one thing that you're grateful for every single day, and you will start to look through a lens of positivity. And that's going to be the little nudge that you need to do those 5 things. So as always, guys, I'm super thankful to have you all a part of the show week in, week out. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. I'm your guy, Kai Speaks. Just remember to keep focused, build momentum, and drive results so you can live abundantly. Before you guys go, I want you all to join me and some of the top entrepreneurs of our generation in the community for side hustlers, I should say, right? That community right now, we are meeting every single week, bi-weekly, with amazing guest calls, live trainings. It's just an amazing community for you not to only learn and earn as an entrepreneur, but build the systems you need to build, connect with the people you need to connect with, collaborate on projects you need to collaborate with. It's going to be an amazing opportunity and an amazing experience. So if you're still watching this video right now, that must mean that you enjoyed this content. And if you enjoyed this content, I can't wait for you to see some of the exclusive content that we provide in the community for side hustlers. You're going to love meeting with us every single Sunday for live trainings, accountability calls, guest calls, and our Discord chat. So make sure you hit the link in the description below to join our side hustlers community, or you can text community to 404-529-7171. That's actually not the phone number. Just hit the link in the description, right? But yo, with that being said, guys, just remember to keep focused, build momentum, and drive results so you can live abundantly. I'm out.